90% of the kids that drop out of high school are functionally illiterate. That means they can't read. So we need to reach the kids when they're young, make sure they understand how to do that.
For thousands of grade school students in Denver, Karl Mecklenburg is a hero. He's the creator of a motivational reading program, a gift that is treasured. But these students don't know about the Karl Mecklenburg their parents know, the Broncos football legend, a 6-time Pro Bowl linebacker who anchored the Denver defense for more than a decade. He's traded in the fierceness of the NFL for the compassion in the classroom. But Karl knows these kids face challenges every day, and he believes they can beat them with perseverance and hard work. It's a belief that comes from personal experience.
To me, success is overcoming obstacles on the way to your dreams. I've got dyslexia, which means I don't know my left from my right. It made it a little more challenging to write, spell, and read. I was a JV player as a junior in high school. I didn't even make the varsity team. I lost a scholarship to Augustana College in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So I left Augustana and I walked on at Minnesota.
Once he arrived at Minnesota, Karl's defensive skills began to thrive, ironically, under the tutelage of a former Gopher quarterback.
Tony Dungy was a graduate assistant who worked with the walk-ons and the guys that were scout team guys, and I learned how to play defensive tackle. I made the team, got a scholarship. First year I was eligible, I ended up leading the Big Ten in sacks, tied with Andre Tippett.
Despite his success at Minnesota, playing on Sundays in the NFL was a long shot.
I was the 310th pick of the draft. That's 20 guys away from Mr. Irrelevant. Nobody expected me to make it, except myself, truthfully.
The Broncos saw talent in Mecklenburg when others didn't, and Denver's late-round gamble paid handsome returns. Mecklenburg played his entire 12-year career in Denver, recording 79 sacks and starting in 3 Super Bowls. He still lives in Denver, but these days, his focus is on helping young children overcome their own obstacles.
REACH is an acronym for Rewarding Experiences for All Children. We start here in the elementary schools, get the kids excited about reading, and let them find those passions for themselves and then pursue them. And we're challenging you to read outside of class. You can read 100 minutes a week, you qualify for all kinds of fun stuff.
To date, the REACH program has impacted more than 25,000 children. Students who participate in the program work to achieve goals. Goals that are rewarded with prizes, including free family visits to Invesco Field at Mile High.
The competitive nature of Reach for a Book has been what has motivated the students. And there are a few students who kind of say, oh, I'll never be able to read that many minutes, until they see that it's not about skills, it's about trying and working hard.
I'm hoping you're going to read things about subjects that you don't know about things like music, or about things like football, or about things like being a doctor, or about things like being a senator, or about being an astronaut, or animals, or whatever gets you excited. We know there's kids across the country who really need to be challenged and incentivized and prodded into doing what's best for themselves.
Some of these students, they're not going to be celebrated through sports or through other things within their school. But to be celebrated for doing something as enriching as reading, it's great.
Doesn't matter what your problems are, what your issues are. Success is overcoming those obstacles on the way to your dreams. So find that passion and pursue that passion, and you'll have a chance to accomplish great things.